Okay, sorry about that. I just got some info on leaked iPads. iPad Mini 7. Um, I'll put that up on the website here once we're done. Somebody just reached out and I got some info on some. Ironically, right as we were getting into the Apple news, maybe they're watching. I have no idea. But if you are, thank you. We have some industry insiders watch. Yesterday, we had. I don't know if they worked inside the industry, but who was it in the chat yesterday? Somebody had some invaluable information on the manufacturing of these CPUs, and what do you know? We come right back to the manufacturing of CPUs, and we'll do my best. I did my best to get this article just right for everybody. Let's see, where is it? Let me pull this sucker up. All right, so check this out. So, as you know, the M series CPUs from Apple are very, very powerful, right? ARM-based CPUs, Snapdragons, and now all the other manufacturers are trying to keep up. So Apple, designing this for years, released the M1 CPU, blew everybody away, as they continue to do that with each generation, right? So the current best CPU you can get, mobile CPU, is Apple's M4 CPU. Now, it's only available in the iPad Pro, but it is a monster, right? Best performing mobile CPU you can buy, and the battery life's pretty damn good. Now, they're manufacturing this M4 chip to put in MacBooks starting towards the end of this year. So you'll see MacBook Pros, MacBook Airs, all that stuff with the Apple M4 CPU, right? However, we got word today that the next generation, I know the M4 just dropped, the next generation, M5, is set to blow the top off even more. And when we'll get into it here in a second, but it makes me, a little side thought, makes me wonder if we've come a long way, roughly in 4 years or 5 years, from the M1 to the M5, and even 5 years before that. Like, the processors that are coming out are consistently pretty, much more powerful than previous generation. Year in and year out, every single year. Where are we going to be 5 years from now? 10 years from now? What are the CPUs going to be like? It's going to be pretty amazing, right? But that's just a side thought. So this M5 chip, so it's not even out yet, right? This is their next generation, next year's flagship CPU. But we got word, it is so powerful. Not only is it going to power the iPad Pro 2025 and then MacBooks in 2025 next year, it's so powerful, it's also going to power Apple's new AI servers in their data centers. Now, as you know, these data centers are basically the backbone of Google, of Apple, of NVIDIA. The data servers, imagine how big. I was just thinking this last night before I got this news this morning. I was literally thinking about this last night. Do you know how big YouTube data centers are? Because I upload a video and it has to get stored somewhere. The original copy gets stored somewhere at a data center. Now, it's not just one big data center. That YouTube's got multiple locations all around the world. And then when you click on a eSIM Studios YouTube channel and then a video, that video gets played from a server in Germany, right, or in Singapore. Imagine how big their data centers are now. Imagine what has to power that, right? What powers that? They have huge, specific designed CPUs that aren't even on the market, right? That are specifically designed for Google and YouTube to just run these data centers. NVIDIA, right? Facebook just did this with their new AI model. Back, they just released their AI model. What is it called? Damn it! If I had on the hit my head a second ago. Anyways, Meta just released, and it's open source now, right? Open source AI. Now they just released it a couple months ago, but this has been Meta's been developing this for years. Back when GPUs were hard to get. Remember 2-3 years ago when you couldn't get a GPU even if you wanted one because all the crypto people, all those mining companies, everybody mining crypto in their work office at home, got to have a strong GPU to mine that crypto. Well, they were taking up all the GPUs on the market. This is when Facebook was developing their AI data. Now, Meta was smart because they said, well, why are we having such a hard time getting these GPUs? Not only that, the prices were exorbitant. It was 4 or 5 times what the market value was just per GPU. So Meta, very smart, said, you know what? Let's design our own CPU. Let's design our own GPU. So that's what they did. They invested billions of dollars in essentially designed their own CPU and GPU to run their data centers, specifically for their AI data centers. Well, guess what? Similar thing here. Apple would have to pay an arm and a leg. I don't know what CPUs and GPUs they're using currently to power their data centers, but it's considerably cheaper if you can produce your own CPU and GPU to run these data centers, because you don't have to, you're essentially getting it wholesale. You're the supplier, you manufacture it yourself. It's not like buying it from Intel where they manufacture it, they produce it, and then they upsell it, upcharge it, and then sell it to you for profit. If you make your own, you don't have, there is no profit in there. You're making it yourself. It comes in on the back end, right? Because you're not spending that money on somebody else's GPU or CPU. Anyways, these M5s, the same M5 chip next year that's going to be in the iPad Pro, the same M5 chip that's going to be in your MacBook next year is going to power all of Apple's AI data centers. That is amazing. That goes to tell you how powerful these are. Absolutely incredible. And again, y'all know I love to troll Apple. I love to make fun of them. But I am an honest and truthful person. And when credit is due, I will give Apple credit. This is freaking badass. So this is what they're going to do. Now, we'll get into the schematics in a second. But look up here. That's a real. No, I think that's an M4 wafer. This is how we were talking about this. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? When Samsung was having issues manufacturing their 3 nanometer next generation CPU, right? That's why they're looking for possibly MediaTek to supply CPUs for the Samsung Galaxy S25 series on a global level. Obviously, here in the States, we're getting the Qualcomm 8 Gen 4. But Samsung's having issues manufacturing these wafers, these chips. Now, very interesting, may not know, but that's actually what it looks like when you in the manufacturing process. They call them a wafer, chip, whatever, because it comes out in like a big ass sheet, shaped as an O, just like you see on the screen. That's how they look. So, I forgot what I was getting at, but it's very interesting, this tech, and it's very difficult. I'll just put it that way. So this new this new Apple M5 chip, new Apple CPU, is going to be based on the TSMC. So TSMC is going to manufacture it like they do with all Apple chips. And it's going to be on their new second generation 3 nanometer node process. They're currently using this second generation 3 nanometer node. Currently, I believe the Pixel 9 series is going to be the first. Correct me if I'm wrong, and if you watch this after we're live, please comment in the section below. And maybe the person that was on here a day or two ago, hopefully will see this and will either confirm what I'm saying. But the very first, so TSMC manufactures all the big boy chips, right? Qualcomm, Apple. Well, they're mass producing and manufacturing Google's new Tensor G5 CPU. Not for the 9. Oh yes, that's correct. I'm sorry, that's where I was wrong. Not for the 9. Not for this one. This one that's coming out in a week or two. I'm talking about next year's Pixel. All right, next year's Pixel. So that would cross off what I was about to say. I was originally going to say I think Pixel's coming out. They're going to be the very first device with this new second generation 3 nanometer process by TSMC. That's incorrect. It won't be the first because they're coming out late next year. But TSMC has a new manufacturing process, all right, a second gen that's supposed to yield better performance, right? It's still on 3 nanometer node, meaning the foundation that the chip sits on, the 3 nanometer node, yielding much higher performance. So this new Apple M5 chip is going to be processed and or manufactured with TSMC's second generation 3 nanometer process. That's very good news. Only the best, right? Currently, Apple's AI cloud servers are thought to run on multiple connected M2 Ultra chips. So currently how Apple has their servers set up is on multiple connected M2 Ultra chips. So these CPUs that they're running on is essentially 2 years old. And next year, when they plug in these M5 chips, whoa, that's when everything's going to explode, because it is going to be, even though the M2 chip Ultra right now is a very high performing CPU, the M5 Apple chip is going to blow it away. I can promise you that. So everything gets faster on device. Everything processes quicker when you access the data in the cloud or to the servers. Everything gets done faster, right? Which is good. So whenever the M5... Now, they're running on M2 Ultra chips. The Apple AI servers currently in data centers are currently on the M2 Ultra chip, right? But those were specifically designed for desktops, right? For the desktop MacBooks. So they're kind of using a specific desktop CPU, the M2 Ultra, in the data centers. Now they're manufacturing this new M5 Apple chip. They're manufacturing it for the intent of running it in computers and data centers, which is good on both ends, right? Because you can manufacture specifics into that CPU. It's not like they have to make stuff work and they got to jerry-rig this and they got to compromise that just to get it to work. Now, it'll be interchangeable, right? Its advanced dual-use design will be seen as a sign that Apple's realizing its plan to vertically integrate its supply chain of AI capabilities across computers, cloud servers, and software into the future. So, next year is a big year when it comes to CPUs. Next year is when Google gets put to the test, because their new Tensor G5 chip is... they want to play with the big boys. Well, let's go. So next year we get to see what Google's got in store for us. Look, we're writing off this Pixel 9 series. I'm just saying, because we're still getting one. But again, pushing all my chips to the center of the table with the Pixel 10 series in their brand new TSMC made CPU. I cannot wait. And then next year, you get this Apple M5 chip being introduced to the market. That's supposed to blow everybody out of the water. So, lots of good stuff in technology. I'm very excited, and we're still a year away, and I'm like a kid in a candy store. So, if you love technology, I can guarantee you found the right spot. eSIM Studios, we love technology as well, and we cover everything. So, actually getting into, I got a couple companies. So we get a lot of we get a lot of sponsorship opportunities, I guess I should say. And I politely decline basically 9 out of 10. Just because, for one thing, it may not be a good fit for the channel. Somebody wanted me to what was it? Sponsor kid toys or something. Another one wanted me to promote a kids cartoon. Random stuff. Scented candles and waxes. I'm like, what? Now, that's some of them, right? But I get a lot of obviously technology stuff. And I still politely decline, just because, for one, I don't want to promote a company and or product and or service that I'm not necessarily familiar with, but that I don't have confidence in, right? I want to bring you what I recommend to you, the viewer. I want to make sure I'm comfortable with, and even if I haven't heard them or their product or their company, I'll do my homework and do investigating on the company behind the scenes as much as I can. Okay, where are they located? How many other channels have they sponsored? What are their products? Let me go look up some reviews of their products. Is this good? Is this bad? Because I don't want to present something to you that's basically a crap product, right? Now, I'm not saying the companies that I've politely declined are crap products. I'm just saying it will not be a good fit. That's the easiest way, regardless if it's a good product or bad product, or if it doesn't fit the theme of this channel, what have you, right? But I have been a couple of people reached out, companies that have got me excited. I do want to cover on this channel maybe some more computer stuff, right? Not gaming computers. I don't play games, so you're not going to see me gaming on here. I haven't played games since I was a child, and I'm going to keep it that way. Not dissing you if you are a gamer, that's cool. I just don't do that. But I'm going to get more laptops in here. I do love mini PCs. I absolutely love mini PCs. I had another company reach out 2 days ago for mini PCs and then laptops. Another laptop company reach out, and I would like to incorporate some more PC stuff, also more tablet stuff. Now that the summer's going to come around, I've been relying on live streaming, quite honestly, for the last month or so, but I had a crazy last month. I had a family parent die, and a bunch of other stuff going on. So now that the summer's rolling in, I'm going to do more pre-recorded, uploaded content, right? So we're going to see I got camera comparisons between all these devices. The computers we get in, I'm going to do full reviews, pre-recorded reviews, edited reviews. Now, that reminds me. I've also denied and declined sponsorship deals because, for one, they wanted me to read off of a script that they wrote. I don't do that. And also, the other one that I politely declined, they weren't going to write a script for me to read, but I had to send them the video that I record of the review and everything. I could not post the final product. I had to, whenever I get my video done, right? Let's say just making an example. Let's say this connector, this Type-C connector. Just an example. Let's say they reached out and had me review this. So I make my video about this and, say what it does good, what it does bad, and all that good stuff. And I edit it, put an intro, little background music, what have you. That I would have to send them the video so they can approve it and edit it themselves. And then they would send it back to me, and then I upload it. I'm not doing that. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm not doing any of that, right? So, you saw through their snare. Yeah, there's a lot of, and to be honest with you, Brian, that's why I started this channel. Look, I'm not saying that there's all the other tech channels are no good, because there's a lot of good channels out there. I'm just saying that a lot of videos that you watch aren't, I'm not going to say truthful, but there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes before you see the final product, right? And I did a report, I think 3 or 4 months ago, where like 87% of videos that were technically sponsored videos were not listed as a sponsored video. So when you're a YouTuber and you have, even if somebody sends something to you for free to review, even if it's free, you have to put, you have to label behind the scenes. I got to go into YouTube Studio and select sponsored content, whether they pay you or it's free. Well, 87% of YouTubers aren't doing that. So that tells you that, they're wanting it to look like a real review when it's really not, right? So I don't read off of a script. I don't have other companies edit my videos, or I not sending out videos that have to get approved from somebody to upload it. No, I'm not doing that here. I'm just giving you my honest opinion, and it is what it is. And if companies want to jump on, like Efani down here, these guys were great, man. I only work with companies that I have confidence in and believe in their products, right? Or use their products. So it's just interesting. And I think last month we went through on a live stream. We went through some of my emails. Now I didn't expose any email addresses or any like confidential information, but I was just showing y'all how many freaking emails I get per day of just random stuff. People want me to sponsor, and I just politely decline. Say thank you, but no thank you. That's basically it. That's all you have to say. And then some are interesting. There was one that wanted to give me. Oh, and there's some you got to watch out. There is a clever hacker or hackers that have been hitting up these YouTubers. I think they attempted to get me. And now this has no relation to that, but I've been asked to promote a exercise bike company. Exercise bike? What? Like, how does that fit into this channel? Like, but so here's the deal. So I got to be extra careful because there's hackers out there. Have y'all seen that Elon Musk Tesla live stream? Sometimes it would be scrolling on YouTube. They've kind of died down a bit because I think those guys got shut down. But every now and then, if you scroll through YouTube and you see like a Tesla live stream, and it's Elon Musk on stage talking about Tesla, but then it says on the bottom, they want you. He's like some Bitcoin crypto special, where if you send Tesla any amount of Bitcoin, they'll send you back double that within 24 hours. Well, it's obviously a scam. You send to the guys your Bitcoin, and you don't get any in return. Now, what they do is they pretend to be a advertiser, a sponsor. So they'll send out YouTubers emails saying, hey, we have this really good product. I think it'll fit your channel, blah, 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 blah. And they actually communicate with the YouTubers. And when the YouTuber agrees, yeah, sure, I'll do it. What these guys do is they'll send the YouTuber a PDF. Now, to say, look over this PDF of the terms and conditions, how much we're going to pay you, and then sign it at the bottom, a digital signature. Well, that PDF file is a virus, and it's so good it gets past. You know how when you can scan files on your Windows or MacBook, you can scan it, right? It'll scan the file and let you know, hey, this is safe, hey, this is not safe. It would pass through, and your computer would tell you it's safe. As soon as you open it up, they got you. And what they do is they get your cookies in your browser. So that's how they get into your YouTube account or Gmail account. And then they get into your Gmail because they have all your credentials saved in the cookies. And then that's how they get into your YouTube channel. Once they get into your YouTube channel, they change the password. They change everything, all the content. They delete all your videos. And then what they do is they upload this stupid Elon Musk Tesla video. So, and then that's how they get you to that stupid Bitcoin thing. Now, I haven't seen it. I saw one. It was real popular maybe 10 months ago. I think I did see one maybe a month ago. So if they get me, you'll say, oh, eSIM Studios is live streaming. Let me click on it. Boom. And it's a Tesla video, or it's and sometimes they'll even change the icon. So they'll get rid of eSIM Studios and they'll just put Tesla on there. Yes, they almost look real. I know. I've had to, when I first stumbled upon this, I was like, oh shit, Tesla's live streaming and Elon Musk is on stage. I even watched for a while. I was watching it or listening to it in the background while I was working on a computer. And then it dawned on me, probably 10 minutes into the video, he was talking about a car that was going to be released that was already released. And I was like, wait, this isn't a live stream? I did a little more digging into it. And I was like, what does it say? Donate Bitcoin and you get double that back in 24 hours. That sounds like a scam. So, I think that's kind of getting phased out, but you got to be very careful. Another reason why I don't say yes to too many things. Now, I don't open PDF files, and I don't give out bank information, because there's been people wanting, oh, we'll send you, paying me for a sponsorship. Well, what's your bank account info? What's your routing number? What's all this? What's all that? Really? Just got to be smart, and just, it is what it is when you get a little bigger. So, but it's all good. I just have to keep in mind that I'm doing this. It's not necessarily for the money. It's not to get popular. I'm actually a very quiet person in real life. It's not about me. I just love tech, and I just want to share some knowledge that I have of the industry. I'm not the smartest person alive, but I do know more than the average person, and I just want to share, right? Share the knowledge, share the news, share this cool technology that we all love. So you can be more informed about the technology in and around where you live and the rest of the world. So that is all. Let's see. Is there any more news going on here? Let's see. You know what? Happy 4th of July to you. You always catch us on the back end, man. But let me show you what we went over real quick. We're not going to do a whole new. Let me just show you real fast. Oh, while I'm thinking about it too, let me email you your tracking number. Hang on. Let me show you what we went over real quick. So Apple's got this new M5 chip. They have the M4 that they just put out. Well, now they're developing this M5, and it's going to be not only in all the MacBooks next year, but it's also going to power their AI data centers all across the world. That's how powerful it's going to be. It's not one M5 chip, but it's going to, each data center, they're going to have a whole bunch of M5 CPUs running these data centers.